There's nothing that America loves more than a great underdog story. In Rocky, a journeyman boxer from Philadelphia is given a once in a lifetime opportunity to fight current heavyweight world champion Apollo Creed. Rocky Balboa defeats the odds of becoming world champion and goes on to steal the hearts of Americans. Rocky becomes an icon, leading to 5 more films over a span of 4 decades. Then we have Scarface. In this film, Tony Montana is a Cuban refugee and an ex-convict trying to make it on the streets of Miami. Montana goes from rags to riches as he becomes South Beach's biggest drug lord. So what do these characters have anything to do with the Penguin, Oswald Cobb? He's an underdog just like them. The Penguin stars Colin Farrell, who is unrecognizable as the Penguin, also known as Oz Cobb. He has no redeeming qualities except his never-ending burn for power of Gotham City. He manipulates, lies, kills, and can't be trusted. He corrupts an innocent kid, Victor, who grew up with a family that had good values. The only positive about Oz is his never-ending love for his mother. Despite Oz's endless amounts of horrible acts he commits, you can't help but to root for the guy. How is this possible? It's possible through great writing. Since the Dark Knight trilogy, writers have put forth great stories and character development in the Batman film universe. In 2005's Batman Begins, Bruce Wayne didn't put on the Batman suit until halfway through the film, but it's still considered a great film. Why? Because the story is so good, you forget Batman hasn't even made an appearance. In The Batman, we have a different director with Matt Reeves, but we got the same formula: style over substance. Reeves explores the psyche of Bruce Wayne as he uncovers a murderous plot carefully devised by the Riddler. Action was complementary to the story. In The Penguin, it's no different. The story and plot twists are what drives the audiences coming back for more. The show was successful, and they did it all without Batman. Oz is a fascinating character. He grew up in Crown Point, a poor neighborhood with a single mother who struggled. Life was not easy for Oz and his 2 brothers. It's impossible to ignore the similarities Oz's character has with the real-life gangster Al Capone. Capone's parents immigrated from Italy in 1893 by ship to pursue a better life for their family. Capone had 8 other brothers. Life was not easy for Capone growing up. He was expelled from school at just 14 years old and never returned. Capone turned to a career of crime and became America's most notorious crime boss. Like Capone, Oswald has brothers. After Oswald loses his 2 brothers, he promises his mother from a very young age that he would make his mother proud and provide for her what she had always dreamed of. However, like many stories of greatness, the process of getting there isn't very easy. With a bum leg, Oz limps through his journey of becoming Gotham's top gangster, having numerous setbacks. His driver Victor nearly blows it when trying to plant evidence and frame John Vitti for the death of Alberto Falcone. However, we see Oz's criminal mastermind at work with his quick thinking, avoiding being killed by the Falcone crime family. Oz would live another day. This is a common theme in The Penguin. Just when you think there's no way he can weasel his way out of a life or death obstacle, he manages to come out on top. Determination and proving everyone wrong is what drives Oswald. The Penguin was doubted his whole entire life. His peers never respected him.
Probably be your last.
Oh, so you're a big man now, Oz, huh?
Maybe I am.
Really, Oz? Because to me, you were always just a gimp in an empty suit.
You really think people make a float of your dumb face and march you down the street chanting your goddamn name? Oh, Oswald Cobb. Remember him?
You know, Oz, people underestimate you, but not me. I've always known you were capable of more.
In the comics and other Batman media, the Penguin has always been portrayed as an upper-class, sophisticated gentleman. In The Penguin, we see a character who is a lower-class psychopath and has to scrape and claw for everything he wants. Despite constantly being disrespected and underestimated, Oswald uses his underwhelming reputation to his advantage by flying under the radar and slowly gaining control behind his naysayers' backs. Oswald doesn't let anybody get in his way and does anything possible to gain control of Gotham City's underworld. Oz has zero loyalty to anybody besides his mother, Frances. Not only is Penguin an underdog, He represents the common everyday underdog.
The bridge that was built by your ancestors, Donny boy. But it ain't named Sullivan, huh? No, it's named for the rich crooks who took credit for your family's hard work. They don't know money is, but I do.
In the Batman, we see Gotham City is a cesspool of crime and corruption. The city's wealthy and elite are continuing to live lavish lifestyles while the rest of Gotham rots. The Penguin continues the story of class warfare. Oz Cobb, growing up in Crown Point, knows what it's like to be forgotten. When Oz is forced to hide out in his old stomping grounds of Crown Point, a major power outage occurs. This leaves many of Gotham's residents without heat and running water. Oz steps up to the plate and twists the arm of a corrupt city councilman to get the power back on. Eventually, the power gets restored thanks to the Penguin. Despite Oz's numerous shortcomings, it's impossible not to give him credit for standing up to the most dangerous crime families in the city. Oz's biggest challenge was going toe-to-toe with Sophia Falcone, the daughter of the late Carmine Falcone. Just released from Arkham, Sophia is out for revenge from her family. She takes control of the family business by destroying the whole entire family. Just like Oz, anyone that gets in her way goes up in flames. The Penguin, with his brilliant criminal mind, forces longtime enemies, the Falcone crime family and the Maronis, to unite together and end Oz once and for all. However, the Penguin is too smart for the both of them put together. Both end up failing miserably. While battling Oz, in Sal's last stand, he dies of a heart attack. As for Sophia, she is framed by Oz and thrown back into Arkham. Oz overcomes the impossible and ends with full control of the city. Audiences cheer the Penguin on throughout the show. However, it all changes at the very end when he takes Victor's life. Despite this heinous act, you can't deny that the Penguin defeated all odds and is victorious, at least for now.